Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another video for The Division. Now, in my last video, I ran you through the story and how it's going to be told and how you'll experience it in game. So if you haven't seen that, then make sure you go and check it out. But in today's video, I am talking to you about Dark Zones. Now, if you've been following our Division videos and you've seen the one about the open world, then you may already have an understanding of what Dark Zones are. But I wanted to break this out into a standalone video because there are some pretty cool mechanics surrounding Dark Zones that I want to talk about. So first up, as a quick recap, Dark Zones are first and foremost the PvP areas in the Division. By default, when you're playing the game, you'll be in your own instance version of the world. You can invite up to 3 other players into your world, plus another through the companion app, and together you can explore the world. However, in your day-to-day exploration, you will not encounter other potentially hostile players. It is only if you enter a Dark Zone that you can encounter other players beyond those you've already invited into your world. Once you're in the Dark Zone, you will need to be on your guard. Being in a PvP zone, any player you encounter can choose to take up arms against you and take you out. However, that doesn't mean to say that everyone is a threat. You might even team up with other players that you encounter in these zones, but the main thing to keep in mind is that at any moment they could turn on you. While we don't know at this moment in time exactly how Dark Zones came to be, it is something that will be explained in the story. There is a legitimate reason as to why you can only encounter other players in these zones. So, aside from being a potential battleground, why would you want to go into a Dark Zone? Well, first up, missions. You will get a variety of missions in the Division, some of which you'll complete in the open world, but some of which will require you to enter a Dark Zone. Some missions will be PvP, others PvE. I would imagine that would dictate the mission requirements. For example, a PvP mission would likely revolve around some sort of player engagement, kills, assists, item acquisition, controlling of a certain space, etc. Whereas PvE missions would most likely be similar to missions that you would undertake outside the Dark Zones, only with the added danger of being in a zone where anyone can and most likely will kill you. The other thing to note about Dark Zones, and something that I imagine would play a big role in PvE missions that will send you into these zones, revolves around the notion of items and extraction. The term extraction in the Division refers to a point at which you complete a mission or a set of missions, and before you leave the area or you are successfully extracted, you're given a timer, typically 90 seconds, in which you must hold your ground and stay alive before you can successfully leave. Extraction also allows you to save and hold any items or equipment you've acquired along the way. If you're in a Dark Zone and you've collected a bunch of items, the only way for you to keep those items or that gear permanently is if you extract successfully with said items. However, if you die in a Dark Zone, you lose any items that you haven't saved or extracted with. And this is where I could see the crossover with PvE missions. Imagine you are sent into a Dark Zone to retrieve a key item for a quest, maybe it's a part for a generator. Then once you've retrieved it, you need to extract. Being in a PvP zone, I would imagine hostile players would receive some sort of notification if nearby players are attempting to extract, so you then become a target during those 90 seconds and it would be your job to survive and get out with the item in order to complete your quest. That last bit is just speculation based on the mechanics that have already been confirmed, but it does seem like a sensible way to combine the mechanics. Either way, being inside a Dark Zone carries a lot of risks, but I would imagine alongside that there will be much greater rewards. So make sure you're prepared, and you also probably want to avoid going in alone. But that brings me to the end of this video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it and learned something new, and if you did, then don't forget to show your support and hit that like button down below. And make sure you subscribe for daily gaming videos and weekly Division coverage. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this idea of Dark Zones and what sorts of activities you would like to see implemented in these areas. And once again, thank you very much for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.